do fenande minen ko on lawol men bangno pour men yi'a gonga daro ta be tampinani yimbe be yakka gebe mabbe wayri ko yimbe no yimbe ben fo woniri ni.
Who was involved in this scheme against Esa Baji?
Ko mboy homo tawano de fewjore dum woni hippagol Esa Baji.
Numo kujabi ko hen wano.
Mo Kujabi was part of it.
Benjamin.
How I knew about it, and Benjamin was also part of it.
Pahare jamme tumani nani hen no pete do fenyani hen no pete kono mi sobi mako horamako hombo wano to bawto.
Pahare jamme, I am not clearly sure how far he was involved in the matter, but I suspect that he knew something about it.
Yo ya jamme horamako because kala ko na mbiyama president no vi.
And Yaya Jammeh himself, because whatever they were saying, they will always say, as the president said.
So it is your view that Yaya Jammeh wanted to do away with Esa Baji?
Awajoni no ini ko halama wandama Yaya Jammeh ko fala no ko du woni dirtingol Esa Baji na bira mo sengo.
And he wanted to use these justice sector institutions to do that.
Te ko honno wawata gagnirade dum don ko dum woni o nafitora dum woni damal men liggorgal dum woni fotungal danodo gonga on ko ngalo fala nafitorde.
Like the NIA as an investigating institution, the Ministry of Justice as a prosecution institution, and the courts as the justice institution.
O misal de damedo fala nafitorde ko dum misal NIA be andama wona ko ben foti lijjintinde kala ko neddo ko tuumal ngal be tingal hoore ma ko kanyum may ministry jogi de loi ji dinge gonga on kanyum may court suudi men nyaawirde ni ko doni court jidi o dimo fala nafitorde no pour o wawa hebude ko fala ko
dum ko gonga because dum taginde min company daen ontuma dido puddi ar affaire halis mo wano open an account de woni dafo dum ni wadi dum follow in the banks to make sure that it is proven it is his bona fide property.
Yes,
yes,
fact,
and it was accepted.
What happened is, as you said rightly, that's what he wanted to do. Because after the end of that saga, what also appeared was that another case started by opening a bank account when I went there for what did
account mako on bembino hebirani mo no February
account
ko February o hebino because mo uditi gilande o no dafo
o hombo account o ko hombo jeyi
Jesus jimbo
we it was said that
not on one no
500,000
wadi mo treasury bill o no
and it was said that Esa Baji has an account which was opened in the form of treasury bills, and they were trying to say that that money was fraudulently obtained, but we stood to make sure that the truth prevails about that account.
Then
something is missing in the interpretation, because he said things like Darfur and things like that.
Because he got that money when he went to Darfur on a mission. Exactly. That's how he obtained that money.
Then we cannot go into all the details.
What I wanted, why I am trying to say this is, they tried by all means to take these things from him in a wrong way. So we made sure that we will try and do our level best to see that justice prevails. This is why I'm trying to explain these matters here.
But even at that,
how you do?
You led an investigation which recommended Esa Baji be prosecuted for robbery. Aiding and abetting commission of a felony. Obstruction of justice. And other charges. Is that not the case?
That's a different case. It is a different case. That one is a different case from the case I'm talking about.
Yes, Mr. Witness. I am saying to you that He was investigated for drug trafficking.
te ɓe dartindiki affaire makko pour ɓe wijjintini affaire makko te ko wonno ko ɓe dartinede fima ko ɗum woni drog ittugol drog place e naɓa ɗum place
Together with Silaba Samate.
e ka kanko e hombo wonano e dartindede ko kanko e Sillaba Samate.
He was investigated for corruption and abuse of office.
te ɓe dartindino affaire makko kadi ɗum woni corruption ɗum woni angal feewal kañum e ligge makko ɗen ka office makko kadi ko angal peewal ko waɗi ton kon.
That is about the monies that he had and where he got it from.
Sababu ɗum woni kaalisi keɗɗi mbuɗi ɗo heɓiɗi te ko honto heɓiɗi kadi.
And the properties that he had.
kañum e geɗe keɓe ko heɓi kon kadi.
That is the second one.
ɗum woni ɗimmun ɗum.
And the third one
tammun ɗum
was for bribe, for robbery.
ɗum woni hippagol e dow goɗɗo.
Together with Ramses and his group.
ɗum no tawa e Ramses kañum e ɓe waɗinata ɓen.
You participated in all these three investigations.
ɗi dartidoji tati fof ɗi investigation aji tati fof a tawano e mum.
Correct?
ɗawana gonga
ko gonga.
That's true.
Okay. Let's take them one by one.
joni ƴetten ɗum goto goto.
Were you a leader in these investigations?
nda gila dama ɓe dartina ɗo waɗi affaire aji ɓe yimɓe nda ko a yeesojo wonno ɗon dako a hon ɗum jo.
komi tawanoɗo hen.
I was part of the investigation.
In the first case,
case premier
Samate one.
ɗum woni sengo Sillaba Samate on.
What was your recommendation?
honɗum wonno yamirore ma nden an.
mi wawa siftorde fof nda jogi report o siɗamo wawi addu han neɗɗoma ripade an.
I cannot remember all what was in that recommendation, but if you have the report, you can remind me.
We will get the report.
min heɓa report on.
If you cannot remember, you cannot
si a
remember.
wawata manditade tan wiwata mandita a wawata manditade.
We would put in the report later.
min gadda report on yeeso seeɗa.
But the recommendation, as far as I can recall,
o yamirode komi wawi ko manditade ko min on.
initially was that
premier on ko ɗum woni
Esa Baji
ɗum woni Esa Baji
was obtaining money unlawfully.
wonɗo ko yamiri ɗon ɗon kon ko ɗum woni Esa Baji mo heɓɓade mbuuɗi hande ndema yaadani e laawol.
By way of bribes.
te honno woni heɓɓode ɗin mbuuɗi ɗum woni e dow angal peewal.
Yes.
andi affaire bribery ɗiɗon e hoore mum ko heewi hen ko ɓe mbi ko wona ko heeɓi wona gonga because bribery alano toon ko hannuɗo o toro.
About this bribery case, a lot of things said about it were not true, because maybe what one can say about it is to beg something or solicit something from somebody.
hay DPP mi heɓde makko probléme because nde waɗi prepare 76 counts o wanno prepare initially ɗum o windino o wondina ɗiɗon fof ko ɗum ɗon Jesus tuma mbiwomi ɗiɗo 76 counts ɗi keɓaki because ko kalta ko ɗo wona ko heeɓi ɗum mi waddi ɗum mi aldi e makko sa haala sattuka affaire ɗum ɗon to office makko ɗo pour wi ko ɗum ɗo wona to amen ɗum nimi because haɗa ɗum niwindiri nan ɗum an foga ko minen because wokkunoɓe kalis woɓɓe ɓe kam mbaɗanno call ɓe mbiya hono ɗum woniri bribe hono te wona bribe ko.
I had a problem with the DPP about the counts which they called against Esa Baji, which went to the level of, to the amount of 76 counts. And I told the DPP, but these 76 counts are not true that you are alleging against Esa Baji.
So you believe that those charges were just aimed to eliminate Jesus from the scene?
awano wayni an ko hooliɗa kon ko ɗum woni ɗen tuuɓe ɗe anndanɗa ɗo ha capanɗe jeeɗiɗi e jeego ɗen ɗon fof koko sa yiɓe taguiɗe Esa Baji Jesus ko ɗum woni pour gaynugol affaire makko tan.
ɗum ko gongal labɗo pos.
That's a clear truth.
sa ndaari ɗum o yehi o torima because ɓen ɗo toriɓe fof ɓen yimɓe fof min arnoɓe min heeɓi statements maɓɓe ha after min oram ayat don interpret that.
Yes. The amount of money they are talking about, Esa begged that money from certain people, and I was able to ascertain it because I was able to talk to those people who gave him that money. So that shows that the money that they were trying to allege that it was stolen money, no, it was money given to him, or it was the money they were alleging that were bribes. No, they were given to him by certain people, not bribes.
And how about the drug dealing allegations that Jesus Esabaji said he was selling drugs for Yaya Jammeh.
Joni fi drug on no fi drug on mo do tumuno ma wanda ma be wanda ma kanko Jesus ko Yaya Jammeh o yeyanta o drug.
Dum ne wona gonga because Jesus mean ko gandumi ko o meda wi neddo hombo ya drug o meda wi wonde ma Yaya Jammeh nambo okki drug mbo yeya dum wona gonga.
That's not true, because Jesus never told me that or anybody that he is selling drugs for Yaya Jammeh.
So he tried
to check and counter check, but we didn't see even a single person who said that Jesus told him that.
So those first two cases were not correct. The action the prosecutor wanted to take was wrong.
Awa din kesu jididi ding du woni jogido fi nyaawore ndan on don laabi di o yettuno din don fo wona ya dan e lawo
dum wanda ne la because ndemin badi dum zambo kam wi mi anda luwa kono mbiwo mi anda luwa nyaawo nya kono min andi case o baydi ko min visiting mo mi do andi ko kewi so bribe ala ton tragol e luwaji dum salaka te ko jalo autori woka. What
I did was, after I was the person who investigated that case, the DPP was telling me that I am somebody who is ignorant of the law. I told him whether that's the case or not, but I investigated these cases and I discovered that what is being alleged against him is not true.
But you also investigated a third case. What is that third case?
Money armed robbery. Manantama ko bandi modi gino Guinea gagdi on ko Ramses office criminal maulo.
Yes,
that
was about armed robbery. It is alleged that somebody called Ramses from Guinea-Bissau came here. From Guinea-Conakry came here with a team who are all armed robbers. So, and he was a soldier when he was in Guinea-Conakry.
Ayat on Ramses horamako ko waji Jesus ko benjadat te ko be waji rabe gila law ta dum don suwa arbon town.
And you will see that Ramses and Jesus are people who were acquainted for a long time. In fact, they are friends. They since long before any of these things happened.
Because nawadi ba got the city pop joma babo horamako bitet otoni on horamako omedi Ramses haebe dum kalda.
There was a bar called City Pop, and the owner of that City Pop is called Tony. In fact, that man once saw these two people together when...
No. Ramses and Tony, they met at the bar and they were talking about each one of them knowing Jesus and being a friend to Jesus.
Yes, Tony, Ramses, they made how do they City Pop?
But do
Jesus?
Do you realize that Ramses has testified before this commission?
And also
told this commission that that case against Esa Baji is fake.
Because he and
his colleagues were threatened to give that, to make that lie.
Simiare ayat farmaton for don area had on tuma on daranda ko halta ko gonga wana fenale.
If I explain, you will come to know what I'm saying, whether it is the truth or not.
Landing Bojan, ASP Landing Bojan, Johnny Kumakuma on the AIG operation police.
ASP Landing Bojan at that time, now he is the
AIG operation.
AIG
Assistant Inspector General of Police.
Assistant Inspector General of Police for operations.
On Horamako, Sandari statement Mako, Naholera, Ramses, Jesus, Nobembadi.
If you look at that man's statement, you will come to see the relation between Ramses and Esa Baji.
Sandari statement Tony Horamako Biro Yaba, on Horamako Sandari, and that one denoma Jesus, Ramses, Kobe Wajira, Teko Yadan Nobe, Ando Drive.
If you look at Tony's statement too, you will come to realize that Jesus and Jesus Kankwe Hombo, Kankwe Ramses.
Jesus
and Ramses were friends and they were highly acquainted.
In this start case that you investigated, the drug case, your recommendation, what was your recommendation? Of the armed robbery case, what was your recommendation?
And I'm in that report.
I'll have to look at the report.
Take a look at it. Take a look at it and see whether that's the document that you signed. Is it the document that you signed?
It looks like it.
My friend, can you recognize your signature?
I'm trying to also see my own copy.
Okay, bring out your own copy, yes.
This is why I say it looks like. I'm not rejecting it.
Okay. Let's make it quick, because this is not the central issue in our investigation. This is just one little point.
Yes.
We just want to establish, Mr. Chair, that the NIA and the Ministry of Justice were colluding to fabricate cases against people at the instigation of the President. That's all we want to point out. And
this is it.
That's the report.
Yes.
And the report, in the report, you recommended something.
Render on report, what do you yamir daron?
When I'm in Tandy, we come in Yamiri.
I am not the only one who gave this recommendation.
Yes,
it was a joint recommendation.
Joint ko dum wi o yi onon fop jodi no be nder ka nden visitu gongol ko onon fop yamiro ramon
You recommended charges against Jesus.
Yamir don don ko duwoni esa baji ko yo tege tumal.
Obstruction of justice.
Duwoni daragol yeso gonga on.
Armed robbery.
Yes.
Anyum may armed robbery
conspiracy to commit a felony. In your honest opinion, were these charges justified?
Yes.
Could you, Mr. Chair, we asked to put this report in evidence. This is a report dated 30 May, I think.
No, it's 7th May, but the forwarding letter dated 13th.
Yes. All right. And forwarded by Numo Kujabi, Director General. Please pass it to the Chair. Mr. Chair, we will give you exhibit number when you're satisfied with it. So you're saying, therefore, the 3 cases were tried against Jesus. The first 2 failed, and the third one, what's the result of the third one?
Landi mbo ado wana ondina go ahead didi faida mbo ado kombita ko fo wata dula godo.
Well, how this thing went on, all these things were later joined together, if I can remember.
These 2 you are talking about the first ones.
Yeah.
Because as far as the records are gone, this is the second one. On the second one, adding this additional. This one is caption additional.
Okay.
Investigation report.
That's right. So
you see, me sokuna kadira pour yimbe be nganda Jesus hakuna mako he Ramses no mono because Ramses na do ari na feni he do penny te tawanda non ko anuni be dum mi no kadi dum ande seda pour yimbe nganda wonde no ma he odo am everything tapale ngala ton min no min tabi trini te sedeji dimin gagde di he so amen ko hol ni be ha you know min tawi wonde no ma don tapale ngala.
What I wanted to clear here is that Ramses came here and told lies, and saying about these 2 cases, what I can say about them is that most of it was fabrication, and there were no truths in what Ramses said here. He came here and told lies.
So andari arino time Ramses omedi wuju rider o agde hema ko hende lady he bakote police nangimbo.
If you can remember, Ramses stole a motorbike, a rider, and came with it into the country, and he was apprehended at the Bakote police station.
You see, we cannot go into all those little
no problem, as you wish.
We are not investigating these cases.
And
possibly the commission would not even know where the truth lies in a lot of these cases.
You know why commission on the case go honto gonga on darori.
But what we want to show is that the state was involved in fabricating cases against individuals.
Okay.
Whether Jesus was guilty of these cases, whether he was a rogue cop or he was a decent cop, the important thing for us as a commission is that cases were fabricated against him. Correct?
Gonga wanda mar Jesus ko neddo maranda ko neddo na neddo fewudo ndako neddo honno no wayi fop kono ko gonga ko woni ko gonga ko dum woni laamu no be wadira no non no be nabi non gonga on ko laaru ngol andana wona no yodi.
So you agree that cases were falsified against him?
Awa hino wa ini ajabi wanda ma kesu jidi no yara no non ko be tegay tan fenade e do hore neddo
by the state.
Te hobbe wadata dum ko doni laamu go wada no dum.
Jesus.
Yes.
Her own case.
Yes.
Her own case.
Yes, in that case.
All right.
Yes. Yes, about this last one, the report that you have just passed.
You believe that this last case was a genuine case?
Very well, yes.
Yes.
Well, the commission has also received evidence that it was also fake, because the principal witnesses were threatened to give that evidence.
They were not the principal witnesses.
Well, that's what we are made to believe.
Exactly.
All right. So wherever the truth may lie, whether Jesus Esabaji was a genuine cop,
Jesus maji Esabaji ndako neddo mara da wanda mako no ko betigi ko horma ndako dum hebi e makko,
or he was rogue,
the
commission is not going into that. It's just like the case of the money doublers. We are not going into whether the money doublers or not. We just using that as context to see how the state dealt with the matters. And to check whether in all that there were human rights violations. And your view is, in the cases against Esabaji, at least 2 of them were fabricated. That's your position. Correct?
And the first case was under medium body recommendation. When I on the one case, the one by hand lobby post.
Well, if you look at the recommendation, as for the first case, we wrote a recommendation. It doesn't mean that he's completely clear
in that one.
It's not completely clear against him, but your view is that the state falsified certain things against him. That's quite true. Your testimony is that the motive why the state falsified evidence or cases against him was to eliminate him. That's your
Yes, that's true.
Okay, now let's move on.
Mr.
Chair.
Council, before you move on, just a very minor point. Until I saw this additional report, I didn't know who you were talking about when you said Ramses appeared here. But after seeing this report, I realized that he's Soriba Konde. Now the name is, because at first you only kept on saying Ramses. I thought it was a reincarnated Egyptian pharaoh. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That one is hilarious, I must say. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
And do saya minoma halna no bengontrini ko do odo video wande no ma ko forsado pour o wonta sede
The reason why I am saying all this, that man who said,
Ramses.
who said that he was forced to become a witness.
So min dum don mitina force o to wadi to de mi andade kono minen do ari de examen he gave us a state okumin hala makoka tawata haydara manna kanon so mitina non do yewtida wala do força pour yo windu di don bindi hala kaw hali ka komin kebi ko o do report.
What I am not aware is how he was forced or when he was forced to become this witness. Okay. But when he came, whatever he said, everything is captured in a document.
Okay. Now, thank you, Mr. Witness. We have to make progress. Another example of fabrication. You told us was the Data Hydra case. Do you recall that? Can you tell us how that is a fabrication?
Ani data hydra sandari ko polisa be ngadino wan hebe mbisita kule affaire data hydra.
If you look at the Hydra's case, it was the police who were initially investigating his case.
So Johnny ye hatte minute ta yimbe be kebani holare hedo no dum yarata ni go benji na de haydara halaka haydara wala ka hemabe na no ni lamu ala ko woni he wadde pulle dumen.
It went up to a level people became suspicious. They no longer trusted, because what happened, the police went to a level they became completely quiet about the whole case. They said nothing about it. This is what made the people suspicious.
Waya Johnny, mi andano dum woniri non hadum keso wiya Johnny yo NIA jogo affaire visit Gongol yo adde to mabbe.
I don't know how it ended around that end, but up to the level that the case was transferred to the NIA for them to investigate.
When they adda tan non be ngokiri impression dum woni be ngokiri non like ne mabbe be ngita gonga be mbada ko e poti ko wat ha yimbe be ngana ko kewi si Allah jabi kala ko wana laba pos te tawata non dum don non wana ko wana be mbadi royani non no dum halirani wana non dum wadi roya.
Well, when this happened, the case was transferred to the NIA. They also came out saying that they will do their level best and they will follow this whole case up to the top of it, and they will reveal everything that has transpired in the case. But at the end, that was never done.
What did they come up with?
The case on.
So mi yitani ko hollirbe yimbe be wonde no ma yo fof pour ne min di office amen habitat pour be nganda ko woni ko ton be ngokkibe yakar mawdo dal yakar mawdo pour wonde no ma be puntina gonga o so ko dum be kolliri dum be kali
ko hombe holiri dum ko police wala
office amen our authorities.
Okay, what happened?
Gave that impression, that big impression. They are going to handle this diligently and make sure that the truth is established. Everything surrounding his death will be investigated and known. That was just an impression. It was false, but nothing genuine was done.
The NIA came up with a report, which is right there for you.
NIA a report,
and in which some of the findings were that that he may have offended some people who may have harbored the desire to have him eliminated. And sadly, they labeled him as a serial womanizer, and that may have been the reason why he was killed.
Serial womanizer
and suggested that in his writings he may have offended some people who wanted him dead.
Even
though bullets were recovered from some of the victims, There was no ballistic test in order to determine what type of bullet that was and from which type of gun it would come from.
Kono be wadano test gol be ndara wonde mako ke ko kure sifa hon te ko fetal hombo o den kure yaldi be wadano dum don.
In essence, the state once again lied about this particular case in order to cover up what the state did, which is to send in the junglers to so brutally kill him.
Te do dum gadi lamu mo on jamanu be wadano golle mabbe no feewiri pour be wawa lijindinde o mabe kiskisino o case mako be wawa andude ko hoddum sababu mayde makko dente kambe tigi be handuno wonde makko kambe yobuno jongula so be yaabe be warimo.
Isn't that the truth?
Na dum woni gonga on.
Ani min ko ngandumi ko hen ngandumi wonde ma be madani haydara ko dumani ni ko selli ko wata dabide ha anda tigi you know ne ko taki fere ha umai so
because what I can say I was I didn't know what they did because they didn't come out with anything genuine to show exactly what has really happened. But this document is something that is false. This didn't happen as it's written in this document.
Thank you very much. We would send this to the commissioners and we ask that it be exhibited. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Okay. Our objective is just to show what the NIA was doing. And how that resulted in the violation of rights of Gambia.
That is the current commissioner of West Coast Region.
The current commissioner of West Coast Region.
This bondo thing.
Pate Jallo, is it?
Pate Jallo.
The people they wanted to accuse about this bondo case about Pate Jallo.
Pate alako wanti hen.
Pate is not part of it. He has not played any role in it.
Mimi dumngal no kamsa ndemi jodi nyando to be ngari be wonde ngama ko statement Pate o be chokli. He gaz one day Pate Hombo
Pate Jallo.
One day they came and said they needed a statement from Pate Jallo.
And Gazi.
Bano dumo garano dumo on ko jata on sa right now mismi yitani ko commissioner at the NDLEA jata
and the man
ndemako adonde kono on botan
and the man
agno dum ori ko benen nolimo to get these statements mimbe no.
And when this man came, I think nowadays he's working at the NDLA. He said he was sent by Ben to come and get the statement from Pate. But when
the statement of Pate and Gazi.
The statement of Pate, that's what I'm saying, the statement of Pate and Gazi. But he refused, he said no.
You would agree with me that the Bonto drug case, the NIA did not seriously investigate the links between those who are alleged to have owned the drug and the most significant authority in the state. That is the president.
When the president no.
Which is one bolo na NIA tandi one no hemudum. So dungo kai officer meno komen boni ko for dungo kai ona minentan.
That investigation was not only the NIA. It was a joint investigation, and it was not only the NIA who were involved in that investigation.
You participated in that investigation,
investigation. Yes.
Tell us in all honesty, did that investigative panel investigate the role or connection, what tied the state, the president, to speak, the president, and those drug dealers?
Did the
NIA or the investigative panel investigate that?
on kafu be darnuno pour wawa lijjintingol on drug case on bondo case on ndaɓe wonno golle maɓɓe no feewiri ɗum woni yoɓɓodiral wongal e on drog jeynoɓe on drog bon kañum e président on
ani minen nomin pononi waɗil golle ɗe min gokkiraka yo min waɗi ɓe ɗum minen dal nawaynoni nomin potirnoni ɗum waɗir wona noon ɗum waɗiri because na waɗi interference ɓe naata hen ɓe goɗɗum ɗum ɓena ɗum mbaɗa ɗuma woɓɓe na ɗum mbaɗa ta minen min tinani bon ɗum waɗi miɗomo wawi contan ɗen baɗanoɗe ɗe.
This is what happened.
Because
the panel at the NIA, we were not aware of certain things because that investigation, how it took place was some other units were doing investigation which we were not aware. And it was not only the NIA who were involved. Other units of the security branches were involved in that investigation. Some things were happening which the NIA were not aware of. So things went the way that it went, which was not properly handled.
You did talk about interference.
Interference, yes. Yeah. Interference. Other units were
interference, yes.
Could you tell us about the interference?
If you look at the thing, those who were arrested and the teams which were supposed to go and check the areas or the venues which were concerned,
our
panel didn't do that. Who went?
Ben they don't get it. One day my discovered so
it was Ben who went to check the places that they were supposed to go and look. And whatever happens, he comes and tell us this and this and this, that's what we saw, and this and this and this is what happened. It was, the information was coming from Ben.
Never verified.
No.
No.
Yes, go ahead.
Kalis ajuma bedi euro, he dollar, he pound, so I check it in Kalis Gambia, buri million support, dibetai he mabe.
Because the amount of money found on those people in pound sterling, euro and dollar in their premises was over $10 million.
And what happened to that money?
Ben we jame we yoya or wada open a special account at the central bank or wadaton halis or take out wadi.
Ben said Jamil ordered him to go and open an account at the central bank and put those monies there.
Special account, he said.
Special account, and that's what Ben did.
Who were the signatories to that account?
Account. Ko hombe wonno signo be ngon account.
O halani kam hombo ko we be on we yo ya wadi open, so maybe what I presume and then come wanta wala hombo go ko dum tano women dum we wadi dum.
He didn't tell me the signatories, but according to what he said, he was ordered to go and put that money in the central bank. Maybe he was the person who was the signatory to that money, but that's what he told me. I don't know who are the signatories.
Ghazi, in his interview, said that Bonto premise was bought forcibly from him by Yaya Jammeh.
Oi Ghazi, in the interview mako woni landa gol mako e jabu gol mako wi wonde ma on palasi bungon Bonto case palasi on ton ko Yaya Jammeh ko wonde na ko on bangi palasi on e do forcé.
Was that investigated?
Was the
ownership of that premises investigated?
Because I own drug.
What I am saying here is we were not privy to certain things that happened, because even the investigation of that drug, by the time we were informed and the time we arrived there, we found out that the drugs were taken out and placed outside.
In the absence of the accused person.
And in the absence of the accused people.
So I had done in
we were not given the chance to go and do a thorough investigation about it.
The governments, I understand, said that the drugs were ultimately destroyed by burning.
Be wondema on drug mo be uno tongon te be bonnuno drug on ko honno be bonnire mo dum be sunnuno dum.
Is that true?
Ndum ko gonga?
Ni min mi wata andude ndako kono dum woni kono mi do andi non mi sikani siko gonga.
You think is the truth?
E mi joma e sikkema ko hondi zukkuda ko woni gonga on.
Ani ko tumu yeedi ngande na ma drop olon dumani koko yeta lamu koko yeti dum.
What I can think about it is that the government resold that drug.
That is a very serious allegation.
We
would leave it that and move on. We are not to investigate corruption in government, drug trafficking, and it's quite an interesting issue, but we are not necessarily set up for that. So we would leave it. Perhaps maybe it would be the basis for some other investigations that this state may need to embark upon. But we will leave that and we will move on. We were only interested in the cover-up aspects of things. But even in all these cases, there was still a lot of torture. To be tortured in order to give the confessions that he made. Is that true?
That's not true.
You deny taking him to be tortured?
Yes.
He said you took him to the office of Liz Gomez, and a hood was put over his head, and he was tortured. You deny that?
Witness statement.
I deny that, because if you look at his if you look at his witness statement, if you look at his statement, he was later converted to become the witness himself.
Yes, but he had admitted to scamming people. He admitted a classic case of 419. Which is, this is drug. The president gave it to me to sell. Meanwhile, it is flour. And then he says, look at IGP here. I am going to give him money from this sale. Because he's sent by the president to protect me. So people would buy the flour, believing it is drugs. Later they discover it is flour. In the meantime, he has received their money. This is advance fee fraud, otherwise known as 419. And the irony of the whole matter is that some Nigerians were 419 by Silaba. That is what was admitted in the statements.
What he said here is for the signature to sign his witness statement. I think that's what he said.
No. I don't understand what you're driving
at. The cautionary and voluntary statement on one part, the other converse witness or witness statement. So
because he made two statements. One was his cautionary statement, and when he was converted to become the witness himself, he wrote another statement. So I don't know which
that is true. But even in all those statements,
gonga don kono hay sandar de din konguli mako di vodi o windi din
he admitted receiving money from other people
jabi wonde mo jeyo hebbike kalisi e jungo wobbe
and giving some of that money to Jesus. To
jonni kalisi o jonni der dim budi Jesus o en Esa Baji.
And those monies were from supposed drug sales.
Te dim budi o jonnata din Esa Baji ko budi yandanda ma wonda mako ka honto hebidi ko duwoni ka on drug mo dayirta yimbe on o yimbe ko drogu
or promises of gold transactions.
Ma o jonna yimbe ahadi wonda mako mo jogi kangi ko yeeta
ani joni sa naksindi ma be do no dino mo embi mo he mo jidi waccu pour wana adman wona makko horma ko haali dum do te be pare kadi won on namato DPP halani mo pour wana witness.
If you look at the whole thing, he himself stated there he was later converted to become a witness. Yes. And after that he was taken to the DPP who also told him to change and become the witness.
Yes,
just halani on the be pare on horma ko police officer binido statement mako on bono andu onyani horom hono wadi statement o hono dum wano.
And the policeman who wrote his statement should know about the statement and know what is written in the statement.
Yes, I will get the statements. I'll make a request that they be sent in. The essence of this investigation really is not the truthfulness of what these people said when they were investigated. Our purpose is to go after the human rights violations that happened during this process. Whatever Silaba may have said in his statements, he claimed that he was tortured by you and your colleagues for him to give those statements.
What I said, that's not true. It is not true.
So you telling the commission that his story about you taking him to Liz Gomez's office and pushed him in and a hood put over his head and he was tortured, you said that was false.
Yes. Liz Gomez nabuda mahaka damal dunyuda mondero ngila dunyuda modon be wadi saku ka hawra mako be pi modon pour be wa hebugol kongole jingo dungol kongol go haldo wana gonga.
He also alleged that one day you brought his wife to the NIA, told him that you are taking his wife upstairs, leaving him to believe that something was going to happen to his wife if he did not cope. Alaji Mor had to come and comfort him by telling him that nothing was going to happen to his wife. He would not allow it. Is that
That's not true. It's a lie.
Did you bring his wife to the NIA?
Panelo one number invite be not number proraton okira statement mako ita nakindi ma demand mono wite bom pour yakku gol flower kedino oton ko on mutawana he nawbe dum be yakko dum kotu.
The panel invited her to come and give a statement because if you look at it, she was among the people who went to destroy that flower around somewhere in Kotu. After she gave her statement, she immediately left the premises. In fact, she didn't stay there long. And all the panel members were there present.
Was Silaba Samate tortured at all?
Silaba Samate, tiki onda omemano, jungo, lapano.
Min he komi andi, you know, walaka torture.
What I know, personally, me, he was never tortured there.
Komi andi.
What I know.
Hey.
Let's cut the nuance. Let's stop the self-preservation
wi acceng wi gol wonda wonti gida no ida danda horema.
The question is,
Landi din ko dum woni.
was Silaba Samate tortured?
Da Silaba Samate nda o mema no jungo wala pano.
My response to that is, I am not aware of anything like that. I don't know whether he was tortured, and I cannot ascertain that he was tortured.
You told us before that the NIA was a torture center.
Ne wonde ma NIA ko palace mo andanda ma wonde ma ko yimbe watti ko yimbe nabete don ko lappiri palace lappirde ka lappete.
Do you recall that?
Nda hida manditi dum bawo.
Dum nay hakila me ha joni kono adani mi halani ma toto na hebi dum. No, I'm coming to
answer the questions precisely.
I'm answering the question, but I also have to, because the definition of torture, I told you the fact that you are even called there in itself psychologically is a torture, and also if you are detained there indefinitely, and that happens. So that's, yes, if that is the case, that happens to him. But physically to be beaten, I'm not aware of that. But I know torture psychologically, yes, he is tortured because he has been there for a very long time.
So you accept he was tortured psychologically?
Yes.
Yani an ajabi wonda mani hay o mema ka sawru kono e der hakkil o piyama wada ma ko lappama kono o piya o mema ka jungo.
Yes, I agree to that psychological torture.
So my question now is, was he physically tortured?
Yoni ko milandi gon ko dum wonda o mema ma jungo na jungo wadi on
by you or somebody else?
Ndako an ndako goddo go kadi wadu piuno mo jungo.
Min mi do andi mi fiani mo tebe pare mi tinani pidon mi anda pidon bo.
I know that I didn't beat him. I don't know anybody else who has beaten him.
Na wai wade kono komianda minene mi jota ko mi hala komianda.
It might happen, but I will not sit down here and say something that I don't know.
Don't say what you don't know. Speak the truth. We are only interested in the truth. You told us before that NIA was a torture center.
That's true.
You told us also that people who were viewed to be against Jame or threatened Jame, when they are brought there, they are more likely than not to be tortured. Do you recall telling us that?
Yes. And that's what I want to report.
You told us to repeat what I told you.
Exactly.
I told you that, you know, in many cases, yes, it is likely, but not in all instances.
Okay, thank you.
Very clear.
Thank you. And you know that in this instance, the allegation against Silaba was very serious. You had an audio record
in
which Silaba, quote unquote, was bragging.
Sorry.
You need something?
Yes.
We go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. If you need anything, please say it. The institution, and we treat people properly and fairly.
Yes, you know.
TRRC
against Yaya Jammeh, the most serious one.
Nder gandal ma oɗo haala ko ɗum woni haala mo annduɗa mboni teddi mboni muusi wayri o haali haalalaji ko président o tuumi ɗon ko président o tuunini ɗon ɗum noon no wayno dal kanko ko haali ko goɗɗo meeɗa ɗum ɗon haalde. Yes, if it is concerning about drugs. Yes.
And this man was right there in the clutches of the NIA.
John hino wa ini o gorko hino ni o himo hender hodo NIA ngo.
Yes.
And they did nothing to him.
Tebe wadani mo hayfus.
Minde ko mi andi min balani mo haydara. So mi anda so wadama godum.
Me, as far as I know, we didn't do anything to him. If something else has been done to him there, I am not aware of it.
And
Mr. Witness. Mr. Witness. He was tortured.
As for me, I don't know that. I am not saying that they didn't beat him, but as for me, I didn't know about it.
You see, you started from he was not tortured.
Another can be wala matoto. Because
what I said from the onset is that he was not tortured because I was not aware of it. And still, that's what you are saying, that he was tortured. Then, as far as I don't know, I cannot ascertain it.
You have moved down to, I don't know whether he was tortured. Maybe the next step would be, maybe he was tortured, maybe not.
I don't agree to that.
Did you ever hold the hand of his child to go away with the child to make him believe that something was going to happen to the child?
I have never set eyes on his son, much more to hold his hand.
How do you know we are talking about his son?
As what we said, if we say a child, that means it's his sibling.
Mr. Witness, you see, it's difficult to lie.
No, a child. What is the meaning of child?
As you said, child.
Son. Is that what you're telling us?
Is a sibling of the man.
That's
how we Fullers say. As far as Fullers are concerned, when you say a child, that's the son, that's the sibling of the person.
Mr. Witness,
Child can be
you heard me clearly in English, not in Fulingis. You heard me in English. I said a child.
Yes.
Yes.
You told us it was a son.
No, me and son. Bido bimi. Bido.
He said.
Bido. Now I want to go on. Commission. I wanna know.
Child can be a male or a female.
Yes, you chose a male because you know.
Choose male. I did not say a male here. That's your words, not me.
I said I used the word the sibling or the child.
But Mr. Witness, you told us the son.
In Fuller,
specific.
you can specify.
It's a child.
If you can specify in Fuller a male child or a female child.
I think you can come in here.
But Mr. Chair, he told us a son.
No, Miani son. Mianu.
I didn't say son. I didn't say so. I just said I have never said
Witness. Okay. All right. When you go home, watch the video. You will be shocked and seeing yourself.
No, maybe me ani bito korkode.
Saying I did not hold his son. I never set eyes on his son.
It's a slippery of the tongue. But
more like a slippery of the brain.
No, what I'm saying is kopido maybe.
Okay, listen. Did you say it or did you not say it?
Halidunda halani.
Min kopido maybe. Mi wala mi shutogani bi kolum. Mi dum ne wana dum mi no bi kopido maybe.
What I said is somebody's sibling. I didn't say a male or a female. As far as I can remember,
what you said exactly in English is, I never set eyes on his son.
No, I
didn't speak in English, I spoke in Fula. Mr. Witness, when you go home, watch the video. The commissioners would watch the video and they would make up their minds.
Yeah.
Okay? But be careful what you see. You see, lying is not easy. A lot of the times you will slip. In the same case, was Jesus tortured Esabaji?
Jesus Esabaji nda lapano ma wadana ko metti
that may be possible, but that's not us.
Who might it have been?
Si emijo ma ko hombo wadata si wadaimo
si wanat ko jongla si jidi want.
If it had happened, it might be the junglers.
Were the junglers there?
Junglers ube hari be tawano ton
minen komindano golamende for marathon.
All the time we were doing our job, they never came there.
Were they in the NIA premises?
Nda hibe tawano ka NIA ka hogoma be don watu.
Ani minen ko subaka hakiki de min goleka. So on watu be ngalaton.
We work from morning to the evening, but they are not always there.
But it means they were sometimes there.
No, awo no firni ni du woni watu jigo hara hibe ton.
Jama godi di ngolaton because dum ko public knowledge officermen by the todo you got the bad it on
sometimes
ko jama e mbari sadi te pare do en dum labi do en
sometimes they'll be there at night because most of these tortures took place at night, so there's a time when they will be there.
So how do you know that?
No under dadum
tojoji badi godi di don ko ngona fo gondo officermen to nadum andi di dum wadi ton di jama bisibeti kalambo na faida andadum because dum halt den no kare kadi do en arbe be do na kala ko wadi be ko ton wala ko e mbadi ko ton dum ne feñi do.
What happens there is usually people talk about it in the morning, because if those tortures took place at night, in the morning most of the people there will be talking about it.
And did you hear this?
Antike ananidum antike hora ma ananidum
mindanandum.
I didn't hear that.
So you just boldly assumed.
We are no ini do ko amije tang e hore ma nangere nanguma berde ay halam
That the junglers tortured him.
Ne wonda ma jongla su be piya yimbe ton.
No dum don kay like mi ganda wonde na ma dum wali jongla sejidi yes.
Yeah, sometimes we will know that the junglers has yes, sometimes we will know that junglers has tortured somebody there. Yes, we sometimes come to know that.
Tell us about Esabaji. Did you have that knowledge that the junglers came there and tortured him?
Joni hala yimbe affaire Esabaji ndadum hari e famma wonda ma junglers ube be medi arande hodon be lappimo.
Esabaji mimi wata vide o lapa katon baiti obi homboton lapa tebe pare kadi yimbe na ton lappe sono te mako chances pour o lappe na hewi gos ko abino mo ko na burtit.
Yes,
as
far as I know, if Esabaji says that he was beaten there, well, it might be true, but I am not aware of it, because the amount of accusations against him were many. So that might be the reason why he might have been beaten, but I cannot ascertain it. I don't know.
Okay. Yes, Esabaji did say he was tortured.
Esabaji ovido wandama opiyama.
Yes, that could be true. Yes.
And he said he was tortured by you.
That is not true.
Oh, what he said that he was tortured was true. No, he said he was tortured by you, or that by you is not true.
I know Esabaji. If I had beaten him, I will say yes. But as far as I didn't beat him, I didn't beat him, and I was not aware of it.
Well,
he is a Jola, and I am a Fula. We are bantammates.
Yes, but he is aware of it. And he is also aware that you are Fula, and he is Jola, and that you are bantammates. He has no reason to lie against you. He said you tortured him.
That is not true. No.
Mr. Chair, the Esabaji testified here. He said he was tortured, and also in a report, the country reports on human rights practices, but that's the U.S. Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor. This was the report of 2011, and it clearly states here, there are no developments in March 2010 alleged torture by members of the NIA of Esa Baji, former IGP. Baji testified during his trial for corruption, abuse of office, drug crimes, and other offenses that NIA members severely beat him at NIA. After NIA operative Omar Cham covered his head with a plastic bag, Baji showed the scars on his mouth to the courtroom, almost exactly in the same manner Silaba Samate described how he was tortured. Exactly the same manner. You covered his head with a hood, you pushed him inside the room, and he was tortured. That is exactly how Esa Baji described it here. That was your modus operandi, wasn't it?
That is not true.
Take a look at it to see that that is what it says in the report.
I don't think I need to look at it. Sorry.
And Jesus told the commission that Tamba and Babukar Sala handed Jesus to you, and you took him to the room where he was tortured. Do you deny this one too?
Very well.
Yes, very well. These are two important allegations of torture. In almost exactly identical way of things proceeding. You deny them?
I
deny all of them, because you yourself might know that Silaba is a criminal and Esa Baji himself is a liar.
No, Esa Baji is a banda.
All of them.
Both of them are criminals. Both of them are liars. They are liars.
Yes.
And they are liars only because they lied against. They mentioned.
Because I exposed their dubious activities. Like stop. They
were living in a way which is very, very bad. So this is what I revealed, what they were doing. This is why they were angry against me.
Kadi sandari Johnny ko hono mi wadi tanum ha para after Johnny mi arami salo pour yago seto fenade hemabe wono mi hanno mi seto onden fenade
If that is the truth.
wona ay silabano ala do nyawana system ko sokoytano.
If I had not stood the ground to follow, to make sure that the truth is established, they would have been jailed.
And
if that was the case, I wouldn't have stood and revealed the truth about them.
But why are they now lying against you?
Because me fenyi ni bonki mabe bade bonde de ngol be pare kadi mi taji kebal mabe ngal.
Because I cut off their earnings from the way they were earning money, and I also exposed their dubious deals.
But you saved them from prosecution.
Kuna dandibe wanda magaribe nyawaka.
Why would they be?
Because
the way they were taking to try them was the wrong way. It should have been done in a correct way. This is what I just stood to reveal.
They should have been grateful to you.
Yes.
But they are now turning around to say that you tortured them.
Benganda dagne min dagani no benidi because mela be dum halan pour bengandira ni ko ni dum woni ko hande woni first times pour mi wona mi do hala kule de do gade.
Maybe they didn't know what I did for them. Maybe they were not aware of my stand for them. Today, in fact, is the first time I'm revealing these things, how I stood for them.
No, Mr.
I'm taking fair ha mi wala detain mi tuma he fenal because what the report what come report ya jame affaire dum do tanno be ma come report to ya jame
because the reason
don taking fair ha mi riwa te ko dum don fop te daragol dum kulema be takin don we ngata kadi hebe kam tuma
this is my stance for them why I was dismissed. Allah will decide between me and them, because it was my stance for them. This is why I was troubled and in fact taken out of the service. It's because how I stood for them to follow the truth, to establish the truth. Now they turn against me. Allah will decide between me and them. Mike.
Mr. Chair, it is requested that we give him a few minutes so that he could calm down.
No. Defending people, I took my guns. Somebody again. I'm sorry.
Mr. Cham.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I apologize for this.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. I don't want you to feel more upset.
Mr. Cham, nini kawanda mfala kapuru yara dandamana njipo horan.
You see, we don't bring people here to torture them. We bring here people here to tell the truth. In a very civilized manner. We ask questions. and give the people the opportunity to answer those questions.
On tigi jonne lawol bur o jaabo dillandi di o landete.
I will move on to less difficult topics.
Wi joni e yara sango ngona dawgal sattani ha.
Just so as to allow you to calm down.
I calm down already.
Joni ko jonna ma ko tan pour wawa jippinde bernde ma.
I see you are very much shaken by the allegations of Esa Baji.
Mi wondama tumal Esa
Baji.
Sillaba samade Esa Baji tumal
that
be
you
tingale horema.
participated in torturing them.
De tume be tegeden horema de mi ma tigir du woni da tawa e tappugol yimbe.
Ko taki dum because ko metto kam go hona dum gonga be pare be no I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You see,
it really pained me after it really pained me after my stance for them. But I'm sorry about this incident here.
Exactly. But apart from, you said that Esa Baji may have been tortured by the junglers.
Kono si feƴƴi wigol wondam Esa Baji no wawi e jongula suɓe ɓe memimo.
Mbimi ɗum na wawi won.
I said that can be true.
So
let me switch it off.
Thank you, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Apart from the junglers,
Si feƴƴi e jongula suje
was there another torture team at the NIA?
nda kafu goɗɗo kadi no toon ɓe annda wonno ɓen ɗon kadi ala golle si wona tappugol.
Andi after min komi andi nde ha nde mi iwi toon walla yesso mum no ko wite ko special operation team witeɓe special operation team kono on tamta on ɗum ɗon on team mi andamo toon te o alano toon.
Yes, when I was there, it was the time for junglers, but after I left there was another group called Special Operations Team. I was not there when they were operating there. But by that time, I was already dismissed from the service.
But this Special Operations Team, what was their role?
Oh, Special Operation Team. Kamɓe ko hon woni golle maɓɓe.
Ani min on tuma ndeme mbaɗete min tami ala toon wata andu ko no liggey maɓe hana mi
at that time
mi ɗumanna ono wite bom haalirat ɗum e fofuye.
Well, if I want to say anything about them, it will just be my thinking hearsay. But when they were operating there, I was not there at that time.
Mr. Witness,
Seeɗa on.
here are the notes that you gave me.
No ɗo bindi ɗi andana jonni lande.
And you said the Special Operations Unit would torture people who came to the NIA, and you gave me a list of members of that unit.
Ko wiwɗa ɗon kon konnguli ɗi jannuɗalan ko ɗum woni o special operation kafu on kamɓe ko yimɓe ɓe andana wona ɓe lappa yimɓe ɓe anda yimɓe addata ka NIA toon ɓe te a jonnilan ɗo inde yimɓe.
You told us
mi ko ɗum tagi ɗum wonta tamimi ala toon so somi haali ɗum joni ɗum wonta joni ko noon ɗum woni ɓayti mi tawano mi alano toon.
But really, when these people were operating, I was not there. It is something that I heard.
Was this a torture team?
Ɓe ko kafu ɓe andana wano hiɓe darna tan pour lappugol yimɓe tan.
Wona ɗum tan de mi sikkani siko ɗum tan ɓe gonirta gonmi andi ne ɗum na wawi won he golle maɓɓe.
I don't think that's the only job they were doing, but it might be part of their job, but I'm not sure.
Look, Mr. Witness, stop dilly-dallying. If you say you don't think that was their only job, that's what you said, isn't it?
Yes.
So it means it was part of their job. Yes. So therefore you agree that torture was part of their job. Don't just shake your head, answer. Torture was part of their work.
Yes.
And you gave me a list. Tell me who they are. I have this list here. No. You say the names. I wouldn't call it from the list. You say. Look, if you are afraid to say anything,
let
us know. I had asked you before. You said you're not afraid of anything.
Wida wanda ma ala ko huluda.
I asked you whether you were receiving threats.
Milandi ma wanda manda hida hebude kibaru idana ko hulbino ma.
You said you are not afraid.
Wida wanda ma ala ko huluda.
I give you the opportunity again.
Jonni ma lawngol kadi.
Kono council dum no jon alani simi okima dum don ha dum ton jogi simi ma ya jangu dum ton ala dum don wa jangu bayti commune okuma dum.
Yes, Council, because it was me who gave you that list. Then if I say maybe you call the names, you can just call the names?
No. I want you the one testifying.
Ifala
I want
woni
you to
jonni
give us the names that you know of.
Inde de haaluda de wanda de manitade ko anjoni inde ne gono joni
Let it come out spontaneously from you.
yodi kuma konguli din yibbe be yo inde ma yibbe be yalte ku hongudo ma ko antige fownana.
You know the names, you know the members of the special operation.
Andi inde be tawabe mu andi yibbe tawanobe be lappobe.
So, Councillor, what's the date on that note that he gave you?
This was as a result of some pre-hearing meeting between me and him of last Wednesday or Tuesday.
So
it was not reduced into a statement. We understood that he was going to testify along these lines. And he knows what's up. It's audio recorded.
It's Monday.
Monday, exactly. It's audio recorded. So we can always produce that audio as evidence if need be. But I want to trust that the witness would testify spontaneously about these
things. But you know, them go kan mamit marani mi do jogi no dum temi wanda do munum. So kon tagi pour what am jum bi am baden rifa to what I have.
When I was giving you these names, I had a document, and that document is not with me here now. This is why I want you to read the names, because I don't have that document with me.
This was a note put together by your team.
We can transcribe that. This is not the official transcript. These are my personal notes. But the meeting was audio recorded. So the authentic one would be the transcript. I am using my notes only on the basis of the fact that, of my expectation that the witness would continue to be truthful. If need be, we can just get the transcript of the audio, but that would take time for it to be ready. But in the meantime, I do believe that the witness has the information in his head. I don't want to fall in the trap of us feeding that evidence to the witness, because that could be challenged. That it's not the witness who is coming up with it, it is counsel coming up with it. It's like counsel is testifying. I don't want to fall into the trap. Let the witness call out the names. If there is a mistake, it could be corrected.
Well, that's good. I mean, you can ask him to recall the names that he had given you.
Exactly.
But if he doesn't want to read your transcript, he shouldn't be forced to read your transcript.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you can go ahead, ask your question again. Go ahead.
What I said here, when I was giving him these names, I had my own notes. And now I am not having that document where I wrote my own notes. But what I'm trying to say is, as far as he has the one that I gave him that he wrote for himself, then if that is the case, let him give me the document, then I'll go through. It is not part of me feeding him. It's not part of that. He is feeding me.
That's all right, but he can ask you. And if you recall the names, fine, you recall the names, but not reading.
Okay.
If I can remember, I think I gave you a name of Lamin Dabo.
If I can remember.
I gave you a name of
Lamin Dabo.
What?
Sala, is it Babakar?
Is the mic?
Yes.
Babakar Sala. Put the mic on.
And no, the mic is on.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And see, I call Assassin. I don't know his first name.
Somebody called Assassin. I don't know his name.
Yes.
Those ones I can remember.
I can remember those. Miwawa is 15
but I can remember.
You've done very well. You've mentioned 3 names. Those 3 names are on the list. There are few missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Proceed.
This is what I can remember. If you want, we go to the document.
Okay. I don't want to give you this. I would still insist that you recall the names of.
Can you read it?
You have mentioned, listen, just hear me out.
I'm coming. You know, I told you, this is what I can remember.
Mr. Witness, Mr. Witness, you are not leading this process.
Sorry.
And you are not answering your own questions.
I'm sorry.
Just allow me.
Yes.
I am leading you.
It's
okay, it's understandable. I know how it feels.
Yeah.
I am helping you recall. Allow me to help you recall. This is the Special Operations Unit.
Special Operation Unit.
And you told us that its job includes to torture people when they come to the And you told us that Lamin Dabo, Assassin, and Babukar Sala were members of the team. There is a name you gave me, something Kanyi.
I cannot remember that name. Someone called Kanyi.
Do you know a Jibril Kanyi?
Jibril Kanyi.
Jibril Kanyi.
Yes.
Jibril Kanyi.
No, Jibril Kanyi on me now.
No, I don't know someone called Jibril Kanyi.
You gave me the name Jibril Kanyi.
Jonila innovated Jibril Kanyi
on Mr. Kanyi smoking in the on Jibril Kanyi.
I don't think I gave you that name. Jibril Kanyi.
My notes would not lie. My notes will not lie.
I'm not saying your notes lie, but what you wrote in your notes, you mistakenly write maybe what I did not tell you.
So I'll just plug it out of thin air and just write.
Mistakenly. One can make mistake.
You
are taking it from the thin air.
I did not make mistake on Lamin Dabo. I did not make mistake on Assassin. I did not make
I cannot remember Jibril Kanyi. Jibril Kanyi.
Stop playing games.
He said,
I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Cancel.
You told me Jibril Kanyi.
In the Jibril Kanyi.
I cannot remember that name.
Do you have a Jibril Kanyi at the NIA?
I
have the list of all staff at the NIA.
Do
you have a Jibril Kanyi at the NIA?
That is possible because I don't know all the staff by their names.
So how would we just come up with Jibril Kanyi?
Well, I don't know.
Are you afraid of this person? Are you afraid of this person?
Me, I fear only Allah.
Do you have a relationship with him?
I don't know Jibril Kanyi.
I cannot remember who is Jibril
I cannot remember
Kanyi.
Jibril Kanyi.
You gave me a name, something Gomez.
Gomez.
What is your full name?
No, I will not give you the full name. Okay, Mr. Chair, what I am going to do is, I am going to produce the audio.
Yes.
And then we would see that the witness is lying.
Yes.
Yes, you say yes.
I'm not saying I am lying. I'm telling you I cannot remember. You bring it and play it.
You are playing games.
I'm not playing, sorry. If that is your thinking, sir. And
you are afraid to mention their names.
Why should I be afraid?
You tell us, you told me somebody called Tamba.
Tamba Mansere.
Was he a member?
Tamba Mansere. I think so.
Yes.
You gave me that name.
Yes. Tamba Mansere.
And you know what? Jesus said he was taken to him by Tamba Masire and Babukar Sala. These are the people you call members of the special operation.
Special operation.
Jesus Kopeno.
But you know Jesus
What
he said was a lie. It was not true. Even if there is going to be death, that's what I will choose. I am ready for that from here to the next world.
Do you want to tell us that the people you call the torturers, the special torturers of the NIA,
special operation
special torturers, I call them? But you told us that their work was torture. Part of their work was torture. And Jesus said these are the same people who brought them to you.
Jesus is telling lies.
And you took them to be tortured. Can you see the coincidence?
If that was the case, I would admit it here. But if it is not the truth, I'm not going to admit it.
I will accept.
Okay, Mr. Witness, have you ever tortured anybody for and on behalf of the NIA?
At NIA, there, at headquarters.
Have you ever tortured anybody for and on behalf of the NIA?
It might be possible.
Yes.
Yes.
That is an admission.
Yes.
Yes.
You have tortured people.
What do you correct? When
the truth comes out, I will agree to that. But what is not the truth, I will not take it.
Okay. I'll ask the question again. Have you ever tortured people on behalf of the NIA?
I answered that, or if you want me to, do you want me to repeat it again?
Yes, and I have heard your answer, and it's recorded.
Then pass
the question. Please answer the question.
I have answered you as I answered in the past.
In the affirmative.
Mr. Chair.
Well,
in the affirmative.
Let's proceed. Let's
but I said in the affirmative.
Hold on a second.
Answer.
Is yes allergic to
hold on a second. Hold on a second, please. Let's get the temperature down a little bit. We are going to pursue questions that need to be answered for the record.
Yes.
Our mandate is to establish, to create a historical record, an impartial one.
Yes.
We're trying to just get that done. Anger, shouting, and other things are not going to stop us from pursuing that. We'll have to see how we do it. So if we don't mind, the exchange can be done very, very politely, and then we go on. As I said, nothing's going to stop us. We're going to go on and create a record that we have been asked to do.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, if say some, repeat, just answer his question. Repeat what he said. It's for the record.
Perhaps I just remind him he has a right, of course, not to incriminate himself. This is a right.
That's what you are trying to do. Because you want to I will not agree to that.
No,
what is the truth? I will take that. I will say what the truth is.
Sorry,
okay. So what is the truth? Have you participated throughout your career? Have you participated in torturing people?
Yes, I said that yes. Yes, I said yes. Yes.
Jibril Waka,
that's not true. Jibril Waka.
Okay.
That one is not true.
Well, Jibril Waka said.
Jibril Waka wi.
You arrested him.
Ko an nangoy mo.
You took him to his house.
Nabudama ka sudu makko.
In Abuko.
Abuko.
You searched the house.
Visited da sudu makko ndum.
Nothing was found.
Haifusi on yakaton.
And then you took him for detention for 3 months.
Nabudamo joddi na dula goro lebbi tati.
Under Sukuta Jame.
Sukuta Jame.
That's true.
That's not true.
Jibril Waka on ko private electrician or no. Kala do na yobadi disconnect. after Oyaha, and we had the branches, Oyaha, Owala reconnect Ben Namongo Kakalis, with the pretext, ne Owala. So I don't know what the disconnect for Oyaha, Owala be reconnect. Wala, Yimbe Yok Golma Biliji, Owana Hombo Kakalis, I might be the Tawata, one time Biliji Mapedi. What you know, you can or Tao Ligati now.
Okay, Fat.
What to say?
Jibril Waka is somebody who reconnects people whom Nawek has already disconnected. So people who Nawek has decided to disconnect, Jibril Waka will come and reconnect them secretly, and they will pay him. And in fact, sometimes some people will give him their bills for payment, he will take their money and he will not pay the bills accordingly.
He was doing something terrible, something very bad. Answer my question. He was doing something very bad, wasn't he?
Yes, yes.
He deserved to be punished for that.
Yes, for him to take, for somebody should put him on the right track.
And you punished him. Of everybody at NIA, why would he say that you took him to Sukuta Jame and have him detained for 3 months? Was he detained?
I cannot remember that.
But you told us that he was lying. He said he was detained. You said he was lying. Now you cannot even.
No, he said I tortured him. I said that is not true.
We haven't come to that yet.
That's what you said. You were asking them one by one. You started with this guy, Pasala.
Okay.
I said yes.
You tortured Pasala.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Jibril Waka said you tortured him. You denied that.
Jibril Waka we wanda lapimo ma wali mo musi.
He said you got him detained.
We wanda ko annabi mo joddinda mo dura goto.
Under Sukuta Jame for 3 months.
Joddinda mo ele Sukuta Jamme ndartindore Sukuta Jamme lebbi tati.
Is that true?
Nabum ko gonga?
No.
Was he detained at all?
Da o joddina nabano joddina dura goto tigiti yo.
I cannot remember that.
I cannot remember. Me wata dum siftinora.
But he said he was detained.
We wanda mo nabano joddina dura goto.
So you don't even know whether he was detained.
So you
cannot say he was lying.
What I'm denying is that he said, I tortured him, that's what I'm denying. And his statement that he was detained for 3 months, that I cannot say.
What do you deny? Is it the duration of his detention or the fact of his detention?
What do you
deny?
I deny the duration, and for the detention I say I cannot remember. This is my statement.
Okay,
maybe.
All right. And why would he choose you to say that you got him detained with Sukuta Jame?
Completely. You used
to go and sit.
To come around NAWEC offices.
You used to go to NAWEC offices and sit there pretending that he's a staff, up to the point that NAWEC decided to ban him from sitting near any NAWEC office because of his deeds.
But Mr. Witness, during your time at NAWEC,
yes.
Well, you have admitted you have tortured people. Quite clearly, you were involved in a lot of things that were unlawful. What has the NIA got to do with people who owed NAWEC unpaid bills? What has the NIA got to do with that?
The NIA, onto my management. Kodun be one day my TOR could president of one Minjaton, Purugala and to recoveries on these areas, and then one day it is illegal connection. Now it was incurring a lot of losses. yimbe hewbe kan nan jogani na be jabata yob so joni pour min jahaton min balaye ndagan we te godi di sibe jahi disconnection aya joni wobbe chaloto pour e mala be disconnect.
Yes, what we went there for. Yes, Fatseda. The president sent us there for us to go and help Nowek because of one, there were a lot of areas that some people owe to Nowek, and we were to help to recover those areas. And after disconnecting some people, that is not because of me. It was their decision. But I'm a small person to start doing things like that without orders.
You may have been ordered.
No, what happened? This is what I said.
But yes. orders too can be unlawful. The NIA has nothing to do with somebody who owed Nowek arrears. You agree with that? That's not a function of the NIA. You agree with that?
Under normal circumstances, yes.
Exactly.
Yes, that's under normal circumstances.
Just answer.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, but I'm not.
So when you received those orders, you knew those orders were unlawful. It does not matter from whom they came. Does not matter who gave them. The orders were unlawful.
It was posting, not even orders. It was published. You are posted.
Yes, but that was unlawful. For you to be involved in pursuing people who owed Nowek, that was unlawful.
That was the posting.
Just answer the question. Yes.
Yes, I cannot say whether it is legal or illegal, but I myself, I cannot say that whether it is legal or illegal. I was just posted there.
All this thing NIA was doing with Nowek, you going around threatening people to pay bills, that was all unlawful.
Fode bare de NIA ko be wada no kambe Nowek no yahno yilo no hulbina yimbe pour be yoba nyamaleji mabbe il faut ko bare de andanda ma wanda ma ya dani luwa.
You have had many fights with people
about
disconnections or failure to pay bills. All that was unlawful harassment of the people. You now agree that that was the case?
Yes, because that's how we were doing it. We go and help them how they will recover their monies and those who were reconnected illegally.
But there's nothing in the law that gave you the right to threaten or harass people. There are lots of complaints against Omar Cham for harassment and threats. Customers. Mr. Cham, sitting here, you are now sitting before the Truth Commission of this country.
Mr. Cham,
a lot of mistakes have been made in the past. Do you regret your mistakes?
Yes.
Do you regret all these alleged threats you have made against people? Do you genuinely regret them?
Gonga.
Ani kala ko wana hen lawol minim city dum tebe pare kali sandari jon bidan minene commune ettono be no yimbe no be njobiri.
Yes, whatever. Whatever is illegal about it, I am deeply sorry for that.
Yes.
But what we were doing was to give help to one NAVEC to recover their areas.
Yes, we agree, but that help by itself was unlawful. And not only were you only involved with Pasalajeng, Jibril Waka talked about his regular torture on a daily basis. In fact,
Jibril Waka kada wi wona nyando nyande
this is what he said. During this period of his detention, that is 3 months, Omar will visit me in the morning weekly.
Omar woni an yontere ndem fo ara iyama ka wonton yontere ndem fo.
And I will suffer in his hand by physically beating me. With a stick from a neem tree. And listen to this. And sometimes he will ask me to undress. And ask me to play with my private part.
That's a lie, Council. And I am ready for that. And I will not agree to that up to Allah. That's not true. That's a lie.
Musa Oldi Jao.
Musa Oldi Jao.
Do you agree that you tortured him?
Yes.
Yes.
Simon Grant.
Simon Grant, no?
You tortured him.
Yes.
Bakari Sao. You tortured him.
I cannot remember Bakari Sao. I can't remember.
There are too many, Mr. Witness.
Even if there are too many. What I don't remember, I tell you I can't remember.
Senabu Keita.
Senabu, yes. Senabu force was used when she refused to be arrested.
So you tortured her?
Force was used.
You kicked her?
You kicked her?
You kicked her?
No.
You beat her?
You beat
her?
I forced her to put her on board a vehicle.
No, she said you kicked her, you tortured her, you kicked her like a football. Before you bundled her and dumped her into a vehicle.
That's not true.
Mr. Witness, beating people who refused to do what you wanted was normal. You regret beating Pasalajeng?
Yes, because I'm taking so I have to take responsibility.
Yes, that happened in my presence. Yes. I have to take responsibility because I was the leader
Simon
of
Grant.
This is why all those things
I said yes, I didn't deny.
So this is becoming normal.
All the things all happened in one day.
Yes.
These are the people who has given statements so far.
Yes.
In fact, 7 people have made these allegations against. For you people in the NIA, beating people was normal. You believe you could get away with anything. That's the naked truth, isn't it?
I knew that whatever one does will have to face the consequences in the next war. I am quite aware of that.
Yes.
So whatever one does, you have to face the consequences.
Yes, let's deal with the ones here first.
Yes.
Beating people was normal for NIA officers. You knew you will get away with it.
No, yes, I don't believe in that, saying that I will get away with it.
Well, all these 7 people that you tortured, You got away with it.
Vive mi lapive. Vive mi lapive. Kotumbe. Muna dum gonga. Wobe wana gonga.
Some of them are not telling the truth.
So you know exactly the total number of people you tortured? Do you?
I don't know.
Apart from torturing people, in fact, torturing was so normal at the NIA, there was a torture chamber, wasn't there?
NIA
The time that was being placed there, I was not there. I came and found that place there.
There was a torture chamber.
Yes.
And there was a torture machine too.
Before that used to be available there, but afterwards I didn't know anything about it.
Mr. Chair, I still have a few topics to go. Perhaps maybe we should just stop it here and let the witness continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Good, Counsel. Would you still want a private meeting with us today, or we do it tomorrow?
I will have a private meeting with the commissioners to discuss few issues.
Okay, so he doesn't
that would be myself and the commission.
Fine, no problem then. That's all right. We will end our proceedings here and then continue tomorrow. I hope the temperature goes down a little bit, but Mr. Witness, we are determined to pursue the truth. Otherwise, the country would not learn any lessons from what has really happened. Meeting is adjourned. We meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you all very much.
Switzerland and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.